Welcome back, dear students. In this lesson, I'm going to take you through how, why Solang Solidity for Solana. Why are we like going with Solidity on Solana? So I will analyze those for you in this lesson. Yeah, first let me introduce you to Solang Solidity if this is your first time, but at least you have idea of I've heard about Solidity. So let's take it one by one. When you talk about Solidity is the programming language, official programming language developed to write smart contracts, code that is executed on the blockchain for the Ethereum blockchain, which is the first blockchain to have smart contract. The second after Bitcoin as a crypto blockchain, but when it comes to smart contract, is the first. Now, when you now talk about Solang Solidity, okay, let me explain this way. For Solidity as a programming language to now work on Ethereum, it uses what they call EVM, that's Ethereum Virtual Machine. Now, those programming language, when written smart contracts, when written in Solidity, are like broken down into bytecodes, which is understandable by the EVM. So which means just like the typing is not just understood by the EVM. Now, there are a lot of other blockchains as well that fork the EVM, modify it. But the advantage they have seen so far is that it makes it super easy for them to grow, because developers can just move their existing Solidity, because it's the same programming language, you understand the hand. So they can just move it and then use it to deploy on the EVM blockchain almost without major adjustment, because it's the same Solidity, is the same EVM, maybe just little adjustment. So that's how it works with Solidity, which in this case I will be referring to as vanilla or especially native Solidity. When you see that, you know what I mean. It's for Ethereum, either vanilla or native. So that's what the aspect is for. Then the next one that we now try to look at is, so why do we now have Solang Solidity when other blockchain as well can use the same Solidity, native Solidity, and just use it? The major reason why we are using the Solang is because compared to other blockchains, for example like Avalanche, they have multi-chain like C-chain that allow developers to develop, because it's EVM compatible, so to develop in Solidity and then deploy it there. But Solana didn't go that way. Solana retained a structure which is totally different from how a lot of things is being done on EVM blockchain like Ethereum and others. So its account model, is the way it handles transactions. You get a lot of things. The consensus algorithm, though, both now use like proof of stake, but it also added proof of history and some other things, a lot of other things like that in there. So all these things makes it totally a different blockchain from EVM compatible blockchain, from Ethereum and other EVM compatible blockchain. So in order to now make Solidity work on Solana, that's what brought about Solang. So Solang is now a compiler that say, okay, don't worry, you can still write in Solidity, you understand, still write your Solidity programming language smart contract. We will help you compile it into what can work on the Solana blockchain. So let me pull up a kind of diagram for you to see how this actually works. Cool. This is a kind of illustrative diagram I did for this guide. You can read on the blog section of the programming, or just search for it, the ultimate guide to Solidity. Now, when you look at this, you see that here is Solidity. In between them, we have Solang that converts it, and then we have this LLVM. Instead of Ethereum having EVM, Solana use LLVM with like the flavor of the BPF or SBF. I think the SBF is just the new one they are working on. I'm not too sure if it has been implemented or not, but by default, initially they use this BPF version. So this is actually what the Solana blockchain understands. So it's just like bytecode here that the Ethereum EVM blockchain understand. Then Solidity is being compiled by Solidity compiler and into byte that's compatible. But in this case, it is also being compiled by Solang to BPF. And you now wonder, since it's just about compiling, yeah, because this isn't EVM, there are some things that couldn't just be taken 100% from the vanilla Solana Solidity and then ported straight away. No. So some of these things need to be modified because of the way Solana account work. I have full resources I've discussed about Solana account and some things like that. Maybe if I remember, I will link it for you under the course section for the resources. But if you don't see it, you can kindly ask me and I will remember to add it up. So you'll be able to have access to know about the account, Solana account. We'll still see the differences and learn more. But these are reasons why Solang is needed to make sure it's compatible. Now, that's all that brought in Solang flavor of Solidity instead of the vanilla Solidity or the native Solidity. Now, what are some of the advantage of it is that if you want to develop normally on the Solana blockchain, you want to develop, you will need to use things like Rust, which is the default, then C and C++. And to be sincere with you, these are very low level programming language because they are not just for those platforms, they are built for low level work on using them even to develop operating system. You can imagine and all those things. So they are not that easy to grab for new developers that don't have years of experience. You understand, in programming. So they are not that like all those high level language that are easy like Solidity. You understand? So these are one of those things why it could be an advantage if you are looking at, you're just starting. Learning it could help you to comprehend some things faster than if, for example, you want to learn Rust. So if you are starting your journey, it could be of advantage developing on Solana, and you also have advantage of other platforms like Ethereum. They are so numerous compared to just Rust, which has limited blockchain using it, at least of now. Two, it also take time to hold grip of it. Though you can use AI, but you can imagine being able to master Solidity faster than get support of AI than compared to just having to grind to learn a lot of things in Rust. So those are part of the something, and you have the advantage if you're already familiar with Solidity. You can just make use of it. The syntax are the same, just minor adjustments. Then this is optimized for Solana. So, and then remember the cost effectiveness of Solana itself. Then why choose Solang Solidity for Solana is easy of adoption, like we said. Performance, because you can enjoy Solana high throughput at the same time. You are not boxed up like you are not trying to like, okay, maybe in future, it is now you can easily multi-chain, move your skill around different blockchain, both Solana and AVM. You understand? So then you get community support. Community, in the previous lesson I told you, there are huge opportunity for developers in Solana with less competition compared to EVM blockchains. Even if an EVM blockchain is just starting today, I'm telling you, it doesn't, because people can just port the same 100% smart contract on Ethereum and move it, and usually you will have to compete with those same people. But even though Solidity works on it, Solana now, there's still some things that need to be adjusted. There's still some limitations that doesn't just work because Solana account model is totally different from Ethereum model. So all those learning curve also need to be considered, which limit a lot of all those copy paste. Developers, they don't even take time to learn. They just grab code. Oh, this thing is on fire on Ethereum or other EVM. This new VM, let me just splash it in. You get things like that. They will still have to do their own work, though it won't be compared to writing from scratch like that, but a lot will need to be adjusted. And the more complex the smart contract is, the more that will be needed to be adjusted. So they don't want to do that. That open up work for genuine developer that are ready to give it what it takes. Yeah, you get help from AI. We always recommend that on dProgramming, but knowing and having those basic understanding help you also a lot. Now, those are the things that I believe this is why you might be going for Solang Solidity for development on Solana compared to Rust, C, C++, Python, and some other things like that. It's easier to start working with compared to Rust, and even build some complex smart contracts with Solidity than what you need to grab before you can build same. And at the same time, you have opportunity in one of the biggest blockchain development ecosystem, EVM. So with that same Solidity knowledge. So that's just it. I hope you've learned a lot in this lesson. Get stuck, head straight to our Discord or other platform we have below to get support. I'll be there and the team to support you, or even maybe our AI, depending, to support you as well. So that's just it. I remain Solomon Koske. Keep the programming spirit alive, and see you in the next lesson. Peace.